of swell. It's being just caused and churned up by Ernesto. You were talking about this yesterday, Mike, about the potential for rip currents and some other issues over even on the east coast of Florida. We're hundreds of miles away from it.
Yeah, as we say, the big impacts a lot of times can be far from the center of these storms, and we're seeing that on the Carolina coast. We had surf well over 10 feet high, just churning of the Atlantic Ocean and what we call a long period swell. And it looks like today, at least, good news for the East Coast is those rip currents will start to let up a bit, but still, I think maybe not real big improvements until we go into next week, because Ernesto's been a very slow-moving storm. Right now, a tropical storm with 70-mile-per-hour winds moving north-northeast at 9. So with it, you get that long period swell that's been just buffeting and lambasting the east coast of the United States, including our beaches on the east coast of Florida. And as we look at the big picture across the tropics, if there is good news, Ernesto will continue to weaken and move out to sea over the next several days. And we don't have anything else to track at this time. Okay, but we know the calendar. It's going to catch up with us. Last week of August, first week of September. And what I'm watching is this African wave train. See all these thunderstorms really starting to break out? This is the area we'll watch out and toward the Atlantic. And this is the time of year where we watch these areas of low pressure develop, become tropical depression storms, and a lot of times move well to the west. Okay, so as we head into, again, I think the last couple days of August, first week of September, things will change again, where we could be tracking not one, but maybe 2 or 3 storms at the same time. So a reminder to stay prepared, and we'll keep you informed, prepared, and connected. Now in Sarasota, we're watching and thinking of you here this morning. Van Wezel Cam. Everybody's been saying, can we just get some dry days? And we have done that, just that. Nature we can thank. Finally, some dry weather. You know, we're headed toward the peak of our thunderstorm season. But again, once again today, even tomorrow, I think your chances of rain remain below 10%. So allow the water levels to continue to fall, and it will be very helpful for cleanup. Right now, 79 degrees. We got that dew point of 72. Now, the air is dry, feels comfy out there this morning, but dry air heats up efficiently. So notice this afternoon, temperatures back in the low to mid 90s, could even hit up toward 96 toward Plant City. So make sure you hydrate. Even though we're getting a break from the worst of the humidity, keep in mind that heat index, how it feels in the shade, into the middle to upper 90s. And then as we head into tomorrow and the rest of the week, keep in mind the triple-digit heat indices will return. But we've been talking about soccer. Nick Volchero doing a great job this morning. And we've got, yes, the Tampa Bay Sun home opener. That'll be officially at 6:30 this evening. And notice we'll have a nice west wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Great soccer weather as temperatures fall into the 80s. No rain to worry about. But watch what happens as we head into next week. We're watching the dew point. It not only determines how it feels this time of year, but a lot of times, if it's going to rain or not. And notice we'll go from the low 70s on that dew point scale, which is still air you can wear, but not the miserable weather, back into the misery range most of next week, back into the mid 70s. And the higher the dew point, usually the higher chances of rain. And we see that in the 7-day forecast. In fact, notice today and tomorrow, we keep those rain chances at just 10% today, 20% on Monday with low 90s. But then increasing dew points eventually catch up to you. And we even have a front coming from the north. So we'll increase that rain chance by Tuesday and Wednesday up to 60%. And then by Thursday and Friday, back to some gully washers out there with widespread thunderstorms.